Stand by. I am streaming right now because I got nothing better to do and I'm bored. That's two reasons I'm streaming. And I was like, I have to at least come up with a topic this time because if I'm going to do this, eh, I might as well. Yeah, right. Right. So as I'm going now, I can't really expect too much. And I'm not really expecting to get numbers anyway. You never, the first rule of streaming is never expect numbers or anything in the matter. You're never gonna get it. Other than that, I am here now. Hello, everybody. It's Bullzie. I didn't download any of my songs that I made to the stream. I didn't do that because reason number one, I'm lazy. Even though it just takes a few clicks. That's just how it is, and that's the only reason because I don't want to. Yeah, it would have helped to have a song to play it in the end, but I still have the City Trap one, so as the outro, right? All right. Though at the same time, I could have just have an outro right for that. But I don't need to upload the songs for free, and I just let anybody use them because it's I like them. The more the merrier, right? I prefer people to use them. Right, right. Hold on. Yep, it's just outside with people taking in the trash. Yeah, as if you look through my description, those are the list I want to talk about. Exercise, which is going to be a bit bigger than you think. There's Biden, the guy who just fell off the face of the earth. And then there's WWE, which honestly is a probably less fun topic to even cover for a multitude of reasons. Yes, I like talking shit, but yeah, but sometimes I go on streams and I don't talk shit. As easy as it fun. As fun as it is to talk shit, I don't talk shit on streams. That's just how I am. Exercise. Let's go. Boy. This is funny because like what I usually do for exercise is kind of interesting. Like at my work, I run around my building, like and then do 40 push-ups, then a bunch of crunches and abs, right? Then 28 more push-ups, and then five more push-ups, which is bow and arrow push-ups. 28 diamond push-ups and five bow and arrow push-ups each side. So that's 10 in total with the bow and arrow push-ups. I don't want to show that. I don't want to show that. But at the same time, I've been talking to people quite lately, and a lot of people do talk about like how they can't exercise at all, or they just want to exercise and they feel depressed or some shit. They want to do something. I'm just gonna let him talk about get into this right now. Everybody kind of feels that way when you're not active, right? So when I don't exercise at all, I just get depressed easily. If I don't exercise, I feel depressed, right? So that's why I exercise. If I don't exercise, I just want to blow my head out, brains out, right? That's just how I am. I feel the need to exercise. It's just what I want. If I'm not getting it in, it's just how I am. It's just the feeling the need to do something, the feeling and the need of activity, right? That's kind of like how people are naturally. And a lot of people like to talk about, I want to get into the exercise, and this and that. I've talked to multiple people, and if you're into the exercise routine, you're going to do it. That's just how it is. So the problem that people talk about they don't exercise often isn't necessarily the exercise itself. Some people, yes, the exercise is good, but you're gonna have to pay close attention to this. If you're exercising, it's not. This doesn't mean you're going to continue it. You can think about exercise, but that's probably not going to be your hobby. Everybody doesn't exercise. You're not going to start and continue it. That's not how people think. It's not the exercise. It's the activity. It's the activity that you want in life, right? My source of activity is exercise, right? I don't go to clubs. I don't go out often. I don't go to bars. I just exercise. That's my source of activity. If you're looking for the activity in your life, the first bet is just go out, go to a club or go to a bar. So if you're feeling depressed, it's not the lack of exercise, it's the lack of activity. Hell, going for a walk can solve that. If you're feeling depressed, the solution isn't exercise. Some people like red pills chalk it down to exercise. It's not. Some people want to exercise. You're not going to exercise if you're not going to do it. That's just the way it is. But it doesn't have to be exercise either. Exercise is just a form of going out. You can exercise at home, but that's just a form of activity I prefer. Your form of exercise or not exercise. Activity could just be going to a club or going out with your family or going out to meet somebody new or join a club. Well, on Facebook, at least, that's what I mean. You get what I mean. Uh, Either way, I'm only saying that if you're not going to exercise, you're not going to do it. If you're thinking about exercise but you don't do it, it's because that's not what you want. That's what I do. Not everybody wants to go and exercise. Not everybody wants a bulk. And that's not necessarily the only way to get women attracted to you. And trust me, it's more to it than that. Just if you're feeling depressed, start doing something. Start doing something active. If it's not exercise, club, not exercise, not the club, family, not family, anything else. Mall shopping. I don't know what you guys are into, but but don't think about the exercise part. It's not the exercise. It's the lack of activity in your life. So just go out, go exercise, or go anywhere. Go to a gym to exercise. You'll meet new people there. Although don't bother anybody too much, but you'll meet somebody eventually. So that's one thing to consider. It's not that hard. Some people just think about exercise but don't do it because it's not what they want to do. Just go out and be active. Not everybody's into the fitness game. You don't have to be. Don't get me wrong. I do a lot of exercises. That's what I like to do. You don't have to be me. Just do something that's active. I covered that part because I just do like talking about the exercise part. And now on to this is that I had a like diet plan that is stuck to like milk and meat. Well, mostly milk and steak. That's the diet. I kind of went off of that and started eating ramen again. It's more so like ramen now days, and it kind of deludes my routine of dieting. Milk and meat is absolutely it's more so a carnivore diet with mix of dairy, but to me, it's just like if you go for a diet plan, you got to stick to it. My problem is I can't stick to that, and I probably should go back to the milk and meat diet because like I was able to get to up to 160 pounds. Oh, I was like badass looking, and I was able to get there. Now I'm down to 152. Don't get me wrong, I still exercise, so that's a good thing. But the only issue is that the fact that is that now I gotta stick to a routine of milk and meat, milk and steak. I gotta say milk and steak. I love steak. I love eating steak. I eat steak every day. That's the bowl of at least mix it with vegetation if you're into that stuff. But it's mine's milk and meat, milk and steak. That's my diet. To each their own, right? But the problem I have is that I wasn't sticking to that. I went back to eating ramen. That's just how I am, and I love ramen. I'd say fried chicken is my favorite food, but I think ramen took over ever since I started getting that. It's just cheap and easy. I'm a cheap and easy guy. I did a bunch of those. Either way, I want to go back to milk and meat steak. There's so much benefit to a carnivore diet, so much benefit to a dairy diet. I love those, specifically steak and milk. The only downside is that there's a lot when you consume a whole bunch of it. Yeah, it clogs up your system. I wouldn't recommend anybody that is one lactose intolerant or somebody that's I don't know has a terrible whose digestive system isn't that good because like there's always downsides to some diets. Mine Listen, I have a high metabolism, so a milk and steak diet is probably the best for me. I'm only talking about this in a what eth ethical standpoint because like that would help me. A milk and steak diet would help me a ton, and I know so because it did. It's and everybody's different. I know. You can only look at it on a surface level and understand like, yeah, you might not be able to drink milk, but you can eat spinach because that's also good for calcium and good for strong bones like milk, if not better. This is related to exercise and activity because like this is one. Food also deals with depression. What you eat kind of shows how depressed you are. I've been kind of drinking energy drinks nowadays again and eating ramen. Which don't get me wrong, they're good. I like them, but it's not that good, to be honest with you. Not good for me. Just had ramen now. That's not a good sign. That makes my face break out. Should probably stop. As for milk and steak, my face was more beautiful than ever. I'm always talking in hyperbole. It was more masculine than ever. That's what I mean. Like when I took retake my ID, you could see like 24-year-old me had a fucking chiseled chin compared to the 18-year-old me. It's like holy shit. The difference is impalpable. I look like I could eat somebody whole. Well, that's also in figurative language. I mean, I could snap somebody in two. Which is funny. I'm 5'11", so I'm average height, above average height and tall. I'm tall and considered tall in Arizona, at least in the south of Arizona. Yeah, 5'11" is the bad height. I'm just enough to be considered tall by some, but I like my height. I like being 145, but I honestly like being thin. But at the same time, I would feel much stronger at 160. I think I should go back to 160 pounds because this was like, man, that was cool. Like just being able to be at 160 at my prime's awesome. I want to get back to that. You're just gonna stick to it, right? And all I have to do is just continue what I'm doing. Maybe get a little more crazy with my exercises. Maybe just do more at home. Like I can run around my neighborhood like 10 push-ups, then squats, one-legged squats. Maybe do some metal punching with my fists. Right? I can get those in. Yeah, but that's just talking about like exercise and activity and health. But I was on about like depression also equates to what you eat. This is true. Yeah. When you eat junk food, you're a depressed person. You're just some fat slob who doesn't want to do anything. So let me tell you something. What you eat affects your mentality. It does. A banana a day and you fast, you're that much more motivated. Guarantee you, if you fast at least once, you're gonna feel good. Try it. All you have to do is just like eat a banana in the morning. I recommend for anybody that is diabetic, eat a banana and then do some exercises. Like you'll lose weight, you'll feel better, you will lose that high blood pressure. That's just, but that's just how I would do. Then again, I don't want to give advice to fat people because they're not going to take it anyway. Who cares? Not that fat people are going to watch this because they hate freaking fit people for some wrong reason. Back in the day when I was at Golden Corral, like last time I was at Golden Corral, my God, it made me hate buffets because like when I was there, like I can kid you not, I was there. Last time I was there, all I saw was a bunch of type 2 diabetic fuckers going fee fi fo fum. We're all just a fat, lazy bums. Something like that, you know? Walking around and there. And none of them, I mean, the key point is, none of them were at the veggie section. None of them were at the salad section. It's like it didn't exist. Nobody was there. All of them were at the processed foods with the pizzas and, yeah, just the pizzas in the freaking dessert area. It was like they were in a clamoring for that shit. And when I got there, I just feel something behind me and it reaches past me. Some fat slob reaches past me. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? You fat slob, get away from me, you beast. Diabetic on the verge of a heart attack, dude. Oh, that's so mean of me. And I never been there again. That was uncomfortable. I thought they were gonna eat me. They're just gonna slurp me up like a noodle. That's how they are. Just, and you don't like fat people for that reason alone. Like this, how do they even shower? Like, do they even fit in the bathtub? Yeah, whatever. Uh, 4 to 5 viewership, but no comments. That's interesting. At least I'm doing something right, I suppose, but that's just talking about exercises. Can we talk about Biden for a second? Can we just talk about how he just freaking fell off the face of the earth once he announced he's not running anymore? He just disappears. He just stops existing on Twitter and every other internet. Now nobody talks about him. He hasn't even came out and made a statement ever since he dropped out. He's still the president, mind you, and everybody's just acting like he doesn't exist no more. Isn't that kind of a problem here? We have a non-existent president, and it's like he just fucking died. Well, he's probably dead. He died again, but you know, they can always clone a new fucker. But Carmelis is up, so we need a new puppet. Carmela, go. But seriously, what happened to Biden? Like, it's the moment like the Biden debate happened, all of a sudden, like the leftists now realize he has dementia, even though this has been pointed out for the first ever since he started running. Look, clearly there's signs of dementia, and everybody was like, "Oh no, he doesn't. No, he's just it's just stumbles. It's just cheap fakes or some shit." Because you could cheap fake a guy sniffing hair, right? You cheap fake a guys just sniff children's hair. Yeah, that happens. Whatever. I don't know, even in a like a heavy mood to talk all that stuff. At least I'm not talking about anything weird. But then again, I am talking politics, so that is weird. Politics is weird nowadays because apparently men and women can be the opposite of each other. Well, yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in talking about the boxing thing, although it would be a fun thing to talk about. We'll talk about Biden still. Nobody's talking about Biden. Nobody. Ever he just stops being a topic. He just disappears, fades away. Forget about his run as president. Lies saying inflation was because of Trump, blaming Trump for the border. Remember all that stuff, and then gaffing and forgetting and falling off a bike, achieving falling up the stairs. First man to do it. Says he's Joe Biden's husband. Says he has a sister who has the love of his life. Admits to liking boys who I'm not gonna finish that statement. I just can't. That's just more. The more you say it, the more disturbing it sounds. It's extremely disturbing. It's just not good. This is the man we're dealing with. Still as president, and we haven't heard of him since he dropped out. Can somebody tell me why this is a good thing? Because that means we got a president who's doing nothing, who's still in charge. He's just dropping out of the run. He's not dropping out of being president. Keep in mind, okay? What's going on? What up, Minnesota Vikings fan? How you doing? I did not expect 6 live viewers. Maybe people are just looking for something to listen to. By the way, I haven't seen you in a while, Minnesota Vikings fan. It's been nice knowing you. Uh, since you're here, I kind of want to talk to you. Hold on. Uh, since you're here, And this is just if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to call him, but I do want to hear from you. That's all I know. There you go. Anyway, that being said, like I said before, Biden dropped the face of the planet off the surface of the planet, and he's still the president. So if he's dead, why isn't Kamala taking over? Then she should order by default take over anyway, because she's the president, right? And then Biden just stops existing. He didn't drop out of being president, but if he's dead, if he did, Kamala would be president. But then again, like they didn't even give us a chance to choose a Democratic nominee. Come to think of it, it's just like okay, Kamala, you're up, go. They didn't even like have a debate set up. It's like okay, we'll pick this Indian or black person thing. I don't know what she is, but we'll pick her. Something like that. Yeah, this is one of the weirdest fucking things ever. Just let's have a Democratic nominee. Then again, we didn't even have a Republican debate nominees. It's just like, okay, we choose this guy. Yeah, can we like at least go through the list of Republicans who want to make a change to be president? Can we at least start with that? Maybe like vote for who should run? Never mind. It's just well, they'll make the decision for us. The government always makes the decision for us, even when we vote. We know better. Don't worry. We know better. Forget about the cheating. We know better for you. You don't worry about the cheating. We didn't actually cheat, but fuck you. Your voice doesn't matter to us. I don't ignore the frauds. Something like that. Uh, hold on. I got like more to talk about. Yeah, Biden just disappears. Nothing else new because nobody else wants to talk about it. I did because it's just like it's just like he's just gone. He just disappeared. He's nowhere to be found. It's just he just flew away or some shit, or maybe he flushed himself down the toilet. Who knows what happened to him? Maybe he's in the White House just freaking brain dead, drooling. And every time like his secretary walks in the house, it's like, Mr. President, what are we gonna do about the borders? And he just freaking sitting there drooling. His eyes are open. He's just like, shit. I think our president's actually gone vegetable on us. Just the way it is. Oh, there you are.
Fucker.
There you go. You're on the stage, bruh.
You hear
Hello,
me?
Minnesota.
Can you hear me good?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what did you say about night? Why did you say nice knowing you, motherfucker?
I thought you were gonna like be like, I strike again and be like, shoot me or some shit.
No. No, why? You don't know why the fuck I ain't been around at all? Really?
Well, I have a good idea actually. I have a good idea. I just don't want to bring it up to you.
No, it's fine. I was on
Well, I know you were probably at Minnesota Silverroll's funeral, kind of getting yourself situated with all that stuff. It's not appropriate to bring that up to you.
No,
Well, but just
what it is you didn't hear me on Ken's show the other night, did you?
no.
No, I was talking about it and I said I've been in a state of shock for fucking 9 months. You know?
Oh.
Since he died.
Oh.
So that's part of the reason why I hardly been around.
Oh
And
yeah.
the other part of the reason is because fucking I got to move and shit. So
Oh yeah.
I'm more, I'm more worried about real life shit right now. You know?
Well, again, it's that's you, and I'm not here to like berate you for over that. Okay, I'm not here to judge you from that.
Uh,
You took a break, right? So
well, yeah,
I don't.
and I'm gonna be taking a longer break, so
Yeah,
it's like, hey, dude, I've been in this motherfucking community for a decade. A decade is
yeah,
10 plus years. Like, if I want to take a little break for a while because my cousin dies, and I'm going to regroup and eventually restart up the show. I mean, like I said, dude, you ain't been hearing about nothing that's been going on. I take it.
no.
My,
Honestly, I've been on and off myself as well. Come to think, when you really think about it, I've been like on and off. I haven't been around as lately as myself.
like it ain't over for me. It's just that, and I said this. I said when I move and I got shit situated again, and I start up Real
Yeah.
as Fuck TV again, I already got 2 Hall of Fame co-hosts that are gonna do it. So
Cool.
it's like nobody knows shit but me, really. Nobody knows, and it's like honestly, if I wanted to, I could get it going again right now. But I got some real life shit that takes more priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. But on a positive note, what do you think of what I said about like Biden so far, like just stopping to exist, just stopping existing?
About what stopping to exist.
Well, I don't know if you caught it because I was talking about how Joe Biden just once Joe Biden dropped out, he just stops existing. Everybody just stops talking about him. He hasn't even said anything
Well, he was a
ever since.
puppet. He was just a puppet anyway.
Yeah, but I find it kind of strange because he's still the president.
Yeah, well, I heard maybe not for long. I heard Kamala might take over for him.
Well, that's funny because she's running for president as
Yeah,
well. She
yeah.
hasn't even
Well,
taken over.
if you were paying attention, you knew she was going to take over because the motherfuckers they put almost $100 million aside, but only she could touch it, right? And they had it all sitting there all ready to go. So
Yeah,
you fucking knew, and that was like that money was ready to go even before the debate.
yeah. It's funny that Kamala Harris was like once like, he's scared to debate me. Then she's like, I'm dropping out. Yeah, okay.
Well,
But here's the funny thing.
we all know Trump gonna fucking win anyway.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
don't, it
But
don't
here's the one.
it
Here's the
doesn't
kicker.
matter. It don't matter who you run up against Trump. They're all gonna lose unless they
Yeah.
cheat.
But you're gonna hear this. This is the kicker here. Biden back in 2016 gave money, donated money rather, to Kamala to campaign of a campaign.
Well, that's
That's interesting news right there. And this is not really talked about. Now, here's my thought. Why would Kamala Harris pull out of the debate knowing this information?
I have a theory that maybe what will happen is fucking World War III will stop the election, but I don't know. That
Honestly, like, we still got a president named Joe Biden who's sitting
But
there
that's
on
what
his
I'm
chair
saying. Let's
chilling.
say let's say there's no election, right? Because there's World
Yeah.
War III, and then Kamala already takes over for Biden, so she's already the president. Like maybe that was a whole plan the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. But at
I
the same time,
I could see some shit like that happening, and then all of
yeah,
a
but at the,
sudden the election is frozen. You know what I mean?
oh, yeah.
And then
Honestly, like,
and then you know what can happen after that? Then we can all America can get attacked by all these immigrants and shit. You
yeah,
know
well, we gotta
that are
prepare
hiding
ourselves.
that are hiding and hanging low. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know about that? There's like millions of them that
Well,
are,
yeah, they're Muslims, for one.
and they got
There's,
nah. There's 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 these 3 groups. All right. There's the right group that's coming in and gonna get citizenship and they're legal, right?
yeah.
But then you got another group that's getting paid to come here and fucking they're like young fuckers that got like fake IDs and they got like AK-47s on them and shit. You know what I mean?
Illegally,
Yeah,
illegally too.
yeah, they're coming in with all kinds of shit, right? They got fucking
I,
they got cell phones and money and they're
come to
getting
think of it, we can't even cross. Like, for instance, if we were like to cross states with a gun, like for instance, Texas to Arizona, that's like illegal. But
I
meanwhile, they're
know.
coming with AK-47s and
They're
pistols and
coming
grenades.
they're coming right through the fucking jungle.
It's
You know
freaking
what I mean?
nuts.
They're cutting through a hard part that like you'd have to be in really good shape to get through, right? It's like a 50-mile fucking journey through a jungle. But if you cut
Mhm.
through and then you cut through it and you can get right into the fucking United States, and that's how the fuck they're getting in. But then and then like I said, they got it all set up where the fucking hotels are getting money from the government to fucking house these fuckers. You know what I'm saying? So then they're going and they're hiding in the hotels and they're waiting. But then you got the third group too that's coming in, and you got cannibals coming in. You heard about them, right?
Hell no, it's the cannibals are eating people
Yeah,
now.
there's another group that's coming in. Somebody said it cannibals fucking into the United States fucking eat us, dude. It's fucking weird. It's weird shit, man. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, that's something I gotta look into now.
dude, there's been incidences where motherfuckers are they throw them in front of the train and then they go and eat them after they kill them, and then
Yeah,
they're fucking chowing down on them, dude. There's cannibals running around the United States. It's weird, fucked up. So you got that
you
group.
know, I gotta just go off of something. Normally I'd be like, that's crazy, but then considering MS-13 just cut up a freaking girl in California, and I'm not doubting that cannibalism is coming around.
That's what I'm saying, man. They're setting up for some weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was,
I mean,
honestly, I don't.
you're gonna have you're gonna have the the cannibals leading the motherfuckers with the AK-47s and shit. It's like what? But they're all on the same page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's
interesting because
fucking so then you got to be careful about that shit because and then if they like shut the power off and the electricity off, right?
yeah.
And then they say what's going to happen is they're going to know how I think how it's going to start is they're going to
Mhm.
know it's Arcus, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to fucking rain for like 30 days straight. Watch. You watch, dude. If you see that sign of it raining for like 30 days continuous nonstop,
Yeah.
it's fucking happening, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they know how to fuck with the weather and they know how to weather bomb us and shit and all that. So they know
Yeah.
how to use the weather as a weapon too. So it's like I don't know, man. People are acting like the world's gonna go to shit pretty soon, but I
Well,
don't know. I don't think it is though. To be honest,
about the yeah, but about the three things, I would have to look into that to even talk about it. But as far as that goes, I'm only talking about what happened to Biden. Okay, we can like we can go off the theories like they're just trying to freeze the election, which is possible. I'm not putting it past them.
yeah.
So that's why I bring it up because like one is just like Biden just stops and he's no longer a talking point. He just
Well,
he just
he's worthless now.
yeah, he just goes away and he's still the president.
He's all
He's just
used
like
up.
yeah, he just
They used him
yeah,
up. They're like, fuck him. You know what I mean?
he's just there now, the president, and he hasn't even done anything. It's just like what's going on there? You like I said before, we could. I'm. That's gonna be have to be another topic when it comes to like the three groups coming in with the cannibals.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to be a different topic if I ever do this stream again.
I'm surprised you didn't hear about that yet.
Yeah, well. It is surprising to hear, but at the same time, it's not too shocking as well. It's just anything they kind of you everything can slip under your nose. Just like for example, Biden dropping out of the presidency, and everybody's just like Kamala is bad. Just like now Kamala is public enemy number one. It was Joe Biden first, now it's Kamala Harris. Just like, are we just gonna forget about the guy who had dementia?
That's ruining the country.
I know, and he's just dancing like a puppet king, like on strings shit. I got like several songs actually, Minnesota. I don't know if you know this or check out my channel, but I've been uploading like a few songs. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
could,
that. I've seen what you've been doing.
yeah, like I was told like by a few dudes like, hey, sometimes you just got to continue uploading. It may work out, it may not, but you just got to be consistent with it. So I just started like, why not just get to it? It may not work out, but at the same time, it's something. So, oh, you're playing it. It's play it for free. Now let me
This one?
play. Oh yeah, that's the latest one, and I like that one. That was just made for fun, by the way. So let me choose.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna make a choice on one. Hold on. Plenty I could choose. Hold on. I could do "Wake Up America." Yeah, did you like the sound of "Wake Up America"?
Let me see that one.
Nah, I didn't upload that yet, but
Oh, it's a new one?
actually, I made a lot of these already before I started uploading them to YouTube.
Mm.
So a lot of them I already made. I just didn't upload to YouTube. It's just like
You
to
just
film.
had them sitting around.
Yeah, basically. Uh,
Hmm.
we'll do this one. We'll see if this goes through. It might go through. I'll do "Wake Up America" and see how people like that one. Or at least four people. Dave is still there, I guess. I had like 7 to 8 people come in, which is interesting. Yeah, but people have got to go to bed.
For what?
There we go. I had like 9 to.
Joe Biden, election fraud, it's all been said. People arrested, fraud in 2020, hearts filled with dread. Irregularities pointed out, yet denied with such pride. Trump ballots burned, thrown away, truth pushed aside. Wake up America, can't you see the light? Conspiracy or reality, open up your eyes. It's led by the media, blinded by the screen. Justice is crying out, can't you hear the screams? Corruption runs deep in the veins of power, but the truth will be revealed in its darkest hour. Don't turn a blind eye to the crimes that unfold. The future of our nation in the lies we're told. Truth will prevail in the light of day.
Damn it, Vikings, you should have playing the song out loud too.
Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah. You should have played the song out loud with yours too.
Was it playing twice?
Oh yeah, it was playing twice. Hey, you played it twice, man.
Should have left it. I guess I should have left it muted.
I could play it again, but you just gotta keep You're just gonna stay muted.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So just click your mute button, and then we start the video.
Joe Biden, election fraud, it's all been said. People arrested, fraud in 2020, hearts filled with dread. Irregularities pointed out, yet denied with such pride. Trump ballots burned, thrown away, truth pushed aside. Wake up, America, can't you see the lies? Conspiracy or reality, open up your eyes. It's led by the media, blinded by the screen. Justice is crying out, can't you hear the screams? Corruption runs deep in the veins of power, but the truth will be revealed in this darkest hour. Don't turn a blind eye to the crimes that unfold. The future of our nation in the lies we're told. Truth will prevail in the light of day. Conspiracy or reality, opening up your eyes. It's led by the media, blinded by the screen. Justice is crying out, can't you hear the screams? Conspiracy or reality, open up your eyes. Misled by the media, blinded by the screen. Justice is crying out, can't you hear the screams? Conspiracy or reality, opening up your eyes. It's led by the media, blinded by the screen. Justice is crying out, can't you hear the screams?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Didn't mean to ruin it.
Yeah, it was good though.
Yeah, it's
Right?
reminded me of some Shania Twain, like
Yeah.
country, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
but
never
I've,
heard
I've
that
just,
one.
yeah, but I've just been talking about like first of all exercise. I don't know if you were there for that one. I talked about exercise, then I talked about Biden, right? Just disappearing. There is WWE I do want to talk about, but it's more about the Fox and Netflix deal. Well, yeah, basically those things.
Huh.
I don't know if you heard, but did you? I don't know if you keep up anymore, but did you hear Monday Night Raw going to Netflix?
Yeah, yeah, I heard him paying like fucking $5 billion or some shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but let me just ask something. Like, some people are actually talking about how this is a good thing for WWE, and it's a good thing because they're making a deal and they're going to Netflix and they're gotta get viewers or some shit. I want to just point out to anybody just watching right now, anybody pro wrestling fan, that's not a good thing. USA is a down. That's a downgrade. USA networks are much more profitable cable company or whatever than Netflix. Netflix is just a streaming service that they could go to because and the only people that go on Netflix anymore is just anime fans and Cobra Kai fans. Nobody's gonna go to Netflix to watch WWE. I don't see how that's a good thing.
Huh.
It's, it's just not good. How's that a good thing?
I just
I'm
sort
gonna
of
go to.
I think that the WWE fucked up getting rid of their app.
You mean like WWE app?
Yeah, they should have just kept it.
Yeah, why did they get rid of it in the first place?
I think they got offered too much money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I think.
I
See,
don't know.
they act like they could turn like you know, they're gonna. They said like they're gonna triple. Like they've tripled the value of what it's worth now. They say it's worth fucking 12 billion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an
Just from the
interesting.
new owners that took over,
Yeah.
and they're the same
And
owners that own the UFC.
you mean
You know,
TKO?
yeah,
Yeah, you mean T.
The same company bought both companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of TKO buying both companies.
Yeah. So they're saying since they took it over the WWE, they've raised their value to 12 billion. And like
Oh
the UFC, I think they said they raised their shit too already.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And
I don't know. It seems like whatever that company is trying to do, they're trying to. I don't know. I think they're more thinking about how to make themselves money. You know
yeah,
what I
that's kind
mean?
of the thing.
That's
Yeah,
what I
because
think they've turned it into, dude. They're just taking it over and trying to fucking. They've got some new method of running shit different and fucking. Now they're saying, "Oh, we're worth 12 billion." You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
and I think this is another thing to point out about WWE. Well, SummerSlam Stadium. Now, I didn't really get to watch the show yet, but I heard like the first three matches were good. But that's beside the point. But SummerSlam Stadium wasn't even filled up full. I think this is another thing to point out. Like
it wasn't.
Nick Khan.
I don't think it was that good. So
Well, I'm only going off with. Have yet to watch it because if it's that good, I'm kind of interested in watching it. That being
it,
said, is that it wasn't as full because like one, I'm going to take into consideration that the fact that like there was a lot of criticism after WrestleMania 40. People were praising WrestleMania 40 ending like it was like the greatest freaking thing ever. But when you watch like over the time, the numbers, Triple H, the ratings were going down. And that was after the fact that Cody Rhodes won the WWE Championship. Now, a lot of the deals people have been praising Triple H for going touring all the worlds. People are not giving praise to Nick Khan because he's the one making the business deals. He's the one that got the $5 billion deal with Netflix. Not that that's a good thing, but the $5 billion deal is still a good thing. Just this is USA Network or going from USA Network to Netflix. That's a downgrade. That's not a
US.
good thing.
I bet you the USA Network will probably still get wrestling.
Yeah, because believe it or not, SmackDown is going back to USA Network. Now,
Mm.
SmackDown lost
That's
lost
interesting.
the
That's interesting. A fucking show that started out on fucking free TV.
yeah. It was on SmackDown was on Fox. They got the deal. Vince McMahon got the deal. Got Fox to have SmackDown on the show, and I believe that was around like 2020
That
or
was
2019.
that was surprising that they did that when they did
It,
SmackDown actually on free fucking TV.
yeah, I'm just amazed like SmackDown even made it to Fox because like shit, like but I believe it was around 2019 that or 2020 rather that Vince McMahon got the deal with Fox with SmackDown Live. And I'm not sure what the whole deal was, but I want to believe it was like a $4 billion deal,
Huh.
and that was really good. And Fox is a very high cable company, very high. And the reason why SmackDown lost that deal now in 2024 was because they weren't reaching ad revenue advertisements. They were meeting the quotas, hence viewership. The viewership of SmackDown was going down.
Yeah.
So they're going back to USA Network.
Well,
So they're a free show
they're
again.
basically going to replace Raw.
But SmackDown is a free show again.
So
Yeah, pretty much.
there won't
So
be no.
this,
Huh.
Yeah. But Raw's got the
Maybe they'll put NXT on Fox.
the NXT has that USA Network deal still, but I'm not.
Oh.
But I don't think
Yeah,
NXT is gonna go.
I bet you I could see him moving NXT to Fox.
You think?
I think
Shawn Michaels. Don't get me wrong. Shawn Michaels is a better booker than Triple H, but NXT is not even beating AEW in ratings still.
well, if that's what they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it definitely give NXT more of a showcase. But
Yeah,
I would guarantee you, I would guarantee you, Triple H would want more something to do with NXT if it goes to Fox. He
I
would.
could see that's what happens.
Mhm.
Raw goes to Netflix, SmackDown goes to USA, and
Yeah.
NXT fucking goes to Fox.
Which I don't see that happening, to be honest. But if it does
I
happen,
do. I see that's exactly what's gonna happen.
but if it does happen, you know damn well Triple H is going to be all over
Because
that.
because fucking they know that they got a wrestling audience fucking on Fox, so fucking they could throw NXT on there. It would
If
work.
they do, I'm only saying Triple H will want his hands on that because right now Shawn Michaels is the one booking it.
Yeah, I
Because the
heard
moment it goes, yeah, the
not,
moment
not, not because fucking Triple H pretty much gave fucking Shawn Michaels NXT, so I don't think
yeah.
he would fucking fuck with it. It's pretty much Shawn Michaels' shit.
Well, you also have to take into account like Triple H is a very egotistical guy, like
I
very
mean,
egotistical.
I could see him helping them maybe on the pay per views a little bit, but
I don't mean by helping. I mean like he would want more control over that if it goes to
nah,
Fox.
nah.
He's that way.
It seems like to me it's all Shawn Michaels fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's all him. It's
It
all on
is,
him for it to fail or not fail, and Triple H ain't fucking with it. You know what I mean?
except Ethan Page beat Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. And Ethan Page, nobody knows who Ethan Page is, but
I do.
everybody made a big deal when
All
he beat
ego.
Trick Williams.
All ego. I've seen that fucker wrestle. He sucks, dude.
I'm not sure why people are so high on him. But
He's not that good. You're gonna be disappointed.
well, why did he beat Trick Williams? He was like the most popular in NXT. What was the point?
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand.
They signed him and they gave him a title shot right away.
I think that was just like one of those things. Like I guarantee you that was a Triple H move. I can guarantee you that's the things he would do. People like that's how he is.
I don't know. Maybe it was to fuck with AEW. I don't know.
He definitely was to fuck with the AEW. See, your worst guy is now our best guy or some shit. He
It is.
doesn't offer anything.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah. Obviously AEW didn't push him because he doesn't bring anything to the table. So why you acting like this guy's a big deal? Like this isn't how like fans are. Like they go to WWE. Oh, he's not that good. AEW's fans will be like, oh, he's not that good anyway. We didn't need him. But if WWE guy leaves to AEW, oh, we don't need him. We don't need him. He's not that good anyway. It's just like fucking shit. You'd be praising his fucking shit for just doing some flippy shit, and now you're just. But one moment he leaves, it's like I don't need him.
WWE had no problem picking up CM Punk.
Oh yeah, and that's the only
So
marketable thing about anything.
and Jada Cartwheel or whatever Cargill.
Honestly, like I hate to say it, Tony Khan dealt with freaking Jada Cargill better. Like, why did she go to WWE? Triple H is one of those guys who looks at black people and go, "Ew, oh, what the hell is that color?" Like, that's his kryptonite for some reason. Like, he doesn't. When he brought her in, she was just the same thing. She was in AEW.
Yeah, they didn't change her. They didn't change her at all.
Like the biggest thing they ever did with her is have her face down with Bianca Belair at the Royal Rumble, and have her win the tag team titles along with her, then lose it the next day.
That's what I'm saying. Like they brought her in, but they're not going to do a lot with her.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, she's so talented. Like, I'm not expecting like a wrestling match. I don't care about that. But she has personality. She has the look.
Yeah, but
She's
she's
attractive.
not a very good wrestler, dude.
Yeah, I don't expect wrestling from her, but what I
She
want to see, I want to see a badass
she
chicken.
doesn't do very many moves.
Yeah, but she's a very badass chick. That's what matters. I don't care
No, I
about
know
very many moves.
she just one of them intimidating ones where she likes to just stand around after she tosses the bitch across the ring.
That's badass.
You know what I
I
mean?
want to
No,
see.
that's her thing.
Yeah,
Like just toss them around and then just stand there.
yeah, but that's badass. I want to see badass shit like that. We don't get that anymore. Nowadays, it's like, how many flips can you
That's all
do,
she
Bobby?
ever did in AEW.
Yeah, well, I'd rather see that anyway.
But that's all
Fucking,
she did. Like, and a lot of her matches were fucking 3 minutes long. So
hey, it's better than watching a 30-minute slash banger and getting bored. Like, I'd much rather see a 3-minute squash match than a
yeah, but
30-minute
that's what I'm
50-50
saying.
pull.
Like when she was defending the fucking title, she had a lot of fucking 3 minute title defenses. There were squash match title defenses. Like
That just tells me Tony Khan booked her better. Good job, H.
she never lost. She was like 50-0 or whatever before she lost the belt. She had like 50 over 50 title defenses or whatever. So
She goes to WWE and
and she
places
only
her.
she only lost once in AEW.
Yeah, like it's so weird. Like there's just things Tony Khan does better than Nick Triple H, and it's obvious. Triple H is not
Yeah,
a good booker.
yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. AEW, all their fucking blueprint was gonna be was they were just gonna do a pay-per-view like 4 pay-per-views a year. And that's all the company was gonna fucking be, dude.
Which I'm fine with. I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. They were gonna be just an indie shit show. You know what I mean? Where you got like
yeah,
they weren't gonna get like no fucking time on TV or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, but they got to be more than just an indie show because they're $1 billion company and they're competing with WWE. You want to be more than just a marquee freaking show. You want to
But I'm just
be
saying, dude.
flexible.
I'm just saying that they weren't. It wasn't really gonna end up and be like how it is right now. They got lucky.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
They got
oh
real
yeah.
lucky, dude. They got
But
lucky.
that's it.
They got lucky that they got contracts from TNT and TBS
Especially WBD.
because like their last contract they got fucking 175 million for 4 years.
Holy shit.
But here's the thing is their contract's just about up. And if they don't get fucking renewed, dude, they're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have
Honestly,
to. They need to be on TNT and TBS, so they can get their million viewers a week. You know?
yeah, honestly, like it'll be a miracle if WBD renews. I mean, 50 mil is not enough to cover like the budget of AEW, the amount of Tony Khan spends on that shit.
No, like Collision, them motherfuckers. They paid them 50 million for 1 year for Collision, right? To start up that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
The TBS did or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they said they wanted it to be CM Punk, you know?
That was supposed to surround CM.
So-
Collision was about these.
So I
about to
don't
be
know.
CM.
I don't know about what's going to happen with Collision because now they don't got no CM Punk. So I don't know if they're going to renew it. You know what I mean?
Honestly, like Collision is it's just another freaking indie jobber bullshit show with a bunch of stupid matches.
It's kind of weak.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna tune in to watch Collision. with the exception of like those 300,000 people, whomever they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I mean, Dynamite's their big show, you know? It's
And their lowest rating was like 609,000.
yeah, they hit a million, you know?
At the first start, they hit a million.
Yeah.
Just think about that. That's a
Yeah,
good
but
number.
and then it goes down and then it usually goes back up throughout
Yeah, like
throughout the night, you know what I mean?
yeah, but they haven't been able to hit the mill the first time they started running. Well, I mean, they haven't hit the mills ever since. That's what I mean.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's where they're stuck at. They're
Yeah.
stuck at a million. They can't get 3.4 million like the WWE. You know what I mean?
WWE can't. Like the last time WWE even got over 3 mil was when after at WrestleMania 40,
Well,
and they couldn't even capitalize on anything. They just went
Smack,
back to 1 mil.
SmackDown fucking usually hits like 3.4 million.
Now it hits only like 2 mil.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Like
I don't know. I think AEW would take that. They would be happy with
AEW wants. Yeah, it would be a beneficial for AEW to have 2 mil.
That's what I'm saying. AEW, man, they're stuck at a million, dude. They can't get no more than that. They can't
Yeah.
they can't break through. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm blaming the booking of Tony Khan because if AEW is bringing in so much talent, like how is he able to fail at booking them? This just tells me he's not good at his job.
Because he can't write detailed storylines. He can write storylines but not detailed. So when you write a storyline and it only starts out like the week before or that week, it's no good, dude. Nobody wants that shit. They want to see shit fucking go on for like 3 weeks straight and then a fucking battle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They want to see like them keep getting beat up week after week and then all of a sudden there's a big battle on Dynamite. You know what I mean? Fucking
Oh yeah.
and he don't build it up. He'll build it up. He'll do that with the pay-per-views, but they'll only have one battle. You know, he needs to have a bunch of fucking battles. He don't get it. Like fucking they want to see everybody getting fucking beat up week after week and then they want to see him go at it in the ring. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's all they want. They want chaos. He don't get it. Like, you got to crank it up. Fuckers got to start getting ambushed all the time and shit. You know what I mean?
People should, if it's like a rank based show, people should be fucking a lot more hungry than just let's just have a regular wrestling match. People should be beating the living shit out of each other.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When Raw was good, when Raw was fucking good, fucking shit was going on all over the fucking place. Left and fucking right. It was chaotic as a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but see, it costs a lot of money to be able to shoot it like that. To have it just going all over the place, you need an extra crew. Camera crews, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if Tony Khan were to But I think Tony Khan could make that happen if he absolutely put in the effort. All it would take just like coordinated and like a direct and strict narrative that you're trying to tell. Like for instance, let's say if the Blackpool Combat Club want the tag team titles, for example, right? And they need to climb up the ranks. I totally see them just beating the living shit out of the higher rankings.
Well,
they
were beating up everybody for a while, but then he stopped it. He ended that shit. They were beating everybody up for a while, but then all of a sudden he just pulled the plug on the storyline. Like it was stupid.
Like, you know, why would you?
It was getting good for a while because that's what they were doing. They were beating everybody up.
Why would you stop it?
I don't know. Like he just fucking was like, oh, that's enough of that.
Like
we ain't doing that. they did it for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row where they were just beating everybody up, right? And then all of a sudden they quit beating everybody up. And they got like a break. And like a couple of them weren't around, and then Yuta got hurt. You know what I mean?
So Yoda got hurt, so they just had to pull the plug.
So it just got all fucked, and it was like, and then they decided when Yuta came back, they didn't start running with it again. But you got Bryan Danielson who's going to retire pretty soon. So I don't know if that's part of what's fucking that whole storyline up. You know what I mean?
Honestly, like you could still have them just beat the living shit out of people just to get to what they want.
Well, I don't know. So it was like after Regal fucking
went back to WWE.
Yeah, well that was like the end, like MJF fucking knocked out Regal, right?
That's it.
After Regal was helping the Blackpool Combat Club, then Regal fucked the Blackpool Combat Club and helped MJF, but then MJF fucked Regal. And then that
makes no sense.
And then that was the last time you ever saw Regal again. Was after MJF fucking beat him up, and that was the last time you saw Regal. He was gone.
Regal literally started the Blackpool Combat Club. Why would he just be like, yeah, fuck you?
That's what I'm saying. Where they can start. He starts out writing shit that's good for a little bit, but all of a sudden he just goes stupid. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm done with that. I'm writing something else, and it never has a lot of it don't have no good endings. Like it seems like everything he writes is for MJF. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's where taking all of his writers and shit is because they got to write all the shit for MJF, and it takes so long. That, you know what I mean? I mean, fucking, what the fuck did they say he got? Like 15 million a year.
15 million a year?
Yeah, MJF.
You mean every week?
His new contract, yeah, I think he got like 15 million a year.
Oh. I don't know how to really deduce that yet.
If I remember right, it's some ridiculous number.
Yeah, 15 million divided by 48 is.
Yeah, it's right around there, if I remember right.
Whatever. Anyway, I don't know why William Regal was turned on. Did they even give an explanation?
No, I don't. You know what I mean? You built the whole crew around Regal, and then you fucking just shit canned him. You know what I mean?
Like that's the stupidest thing to do.
It didn't make no sense. They were writing good shit when they had Regal like managing the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what people were tuning in for. Like when John Moxley returned, like people were actually clamoring to see him back, and people were looking forward to the Bryan Danielson feud. So it was good. It started off on a good note, but then it's just like then it went better. Then they started tag teaming together. Honestly, I didn't think they needed Will or Yuta, but I understand why they did it.
Yeah, they just wanted a young guy.
Yeah, understandable. They want to put over a young guy though.
AEW young guy, you know.
Yeah.
Either way, they could have put a guy like Darby in there. That would have been better, I think.
Yeah, honestly, I would have been better with Darby.
But you had Darby with Sting already, so
that's understandable. But like, still, Darby is much more.
That was another thing that they did. Tony Khan did an awesome job with fucking Sting. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like he took him and he wrote some really good shit for Sting. You know, it was like the beginning. No one knew Sting was coming, and snow kept coming out, and like when Sting decided to debut, it was awesome because it was like Cody Rhodes was in the ring, Darby was in the ring, fucking, and there was two other guys in the ring, and I can't remember, right?
Uh-huh.
And like Sting goes over to fucking each one of them, right?
Yeah.
And is looking at them weird, but then at the end, he's looking at Darby like he's his buddy, and it's like, what? What the fuck was that, right?
Yeah.
And this is how Sting debuts, and he's looking at Darby like they're brothers already and shit. And I'm like, what? What the fuck was that? And they're just staring at, and that was after Sting stared down Cody and shit, right? And was like, he gave him the fuck you stare. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what made it, was because it was crazy who the four motherfuckers that were in the ring. And I can't remember the other two that were in there, but it just so happened that it was them four. And then at the end, Darby standing there and Sting standing there, and I'm like, what? And you could tell that they were going to be buddies. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? That's how you're going to open up with Sting? The first time he debuts, and fucking the snow's coming down and the music's playing. Sting don't say nothing, but do that Stinger scream twice, right? That's the only thing he did. But then, he went in the center in the ring and was staring down fucking the guys. But then at the end, fucking him and Darby are looking at each other, and it's like, what? What the fuck? Who wrote that shit? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he just wrote Sting in to do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of pro wrestling nowadays. Just
Yeah,
he's here. I got this guy.
I'm saying that sometimes Tony Khan can write good shit, but
I'm not denying there's some good stuff he has put out.
But sometimes he just writes fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like the Acclaim. I don't think the Acclaim are that good, and I don't know why he tries to write shit for them.
Honestly, this is just my opinion. Sting, the moment Sting debuted, he should have went for the AEW Championship.
Yeah, I know.
That is a big star right there, a WCW star, and you're not going to put him in the main event?
That's what I'm saying. All you did was gave him the tag belts at the end.
Why would you do that? Like, he's a main event performer.
Yeah, but I think Sting wrestled 30 times over like a 3-year span. And I don't think he could wrestle any more than that.
Honestly, like, they didn't even have to have him do too much. He could have won the championship once as they were building up another.
I don't think you could put Sting as a singles guy. I think you had to have him as a tag team guy. You know what I mean?
But Sting isn't a weak little shit. He can still go just fine.
I just don't think he could carry a world title match.
I think he could. Like, he's not he wasn't out of shape when he was performing.
Yeah, but they would have had to have been squash matches.
Well, that's how you book. Well, that's how you book people.
But
there has to be some squash matches.
But when you booked him with Darby in a tag match, you could book him for a half hour. You know what I mean?
I suppose, but not every match needs to be like a 20-minute match. It could just be
a lot of Sting's matches were half-hour matches.
So even Tony Khan decided to put an old man through that.
Yeah, but Sting got a lot of breaks. In that half hour, though, he got a lot of breaks, dude. You wouldn't see him for like 5 minutes at a time sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, like, to do that anytime is just kind of overbearing at that point. Like yeah, I would even like okay, one I don't honestly when the first time AEW started, the first problem was they already had like 60-minute matches. They're gonna only just have 5, 10 to 15-minute matches. That's all they really needed to start with. That's just to me. And like maybe up until Blood and Guts when Moxley faced off with Kenny Omega, maybe I'd be fine with more than 15-minute match.
Yeah, well, these days a lot of the matches are like 20-minute matches.
It's crazy, man. Like honestly, like I miss the old days where they just like have their squash matches to demonstrate
Yeah,
who's better than the other.
they don't book a lot of that shit no more like that. You don't see that.
Yeah. It's a lot of 50-50 booking.
That will happen though.
I hope so.
There is still like your 3-minute matches, but they're few and far between.
Yeah. Well, Shane McMahon is in the works of working with AEW, so
Yeah, I'll be curious. I hope he wrestles, dude.
Shane McMahon is actually can still go pretty well. I'm just worried about the hips because, like, ever since like the Roman Reigns spear in 20, you remember that in 2016 where he got speared and he was just hurt.
Yeah. I don't think Shane can go the way he used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think Shane can do no turnbuckle to turnbuckle fucking drop kick with a can no more.
Yeah, that was. I think it was just that spear that did it in. Since like he just can't.
But I think he could wrestle.
I think he's still entertaining. He's very entertaining.
I mean, if they really are going to do business, it's like, what are you going to do with him? Is he going to be like next to Tony Khan, like running shit?
Honestly, like in my opinion, he'll do a much better job than Tony Khan.
He would, I think. Yeah. But see, Tony Khan would never let Shane just take it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tony Khan's a bit of a control freak, and I understand like that's his company that he loves it.
Yeah, he would be like me and you will run it together or something, right?
Yeah, but he's also gonna want more of the control still as well. Like, and this is my thinking. Like, I think Shane McMahon should deal with more of the main event level of things because the guy understands how the wrestling business.
Well, maybe so he just does his main events for Dynamite and shit.
Yeah, and Tony Khan can have the collision rampage and all that shit. I think Shane McMahon should have more creative control over Dynamite.
What if he made him like the GM or something?
He might do that.
You know what I mean? And then he's like an on-air personality that comes out every week and sets up matches.
Yeah, but honestly,
maybe
I think Shane McMahon wants to be more of a creative participant because he's.
I just wonder if like Shane McMahon wants to be an on-air personality or not.
He might be because he's still a personality, an entertaining personality nonetheless.
I'll see if you make him an on-air personality, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Now, this is what I'm thinking. Like,
because here's the thing with Tony Khan. He doesn't ever want to be an on-air personality, so he's fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Tony Khan loves attention. Like he'll put himself out there.
Yeah, but he said already. He's like, nah, I would never be an on-air personality and write myself in to this. You know what I mean? He won't do what Vince.
He's already done that though. But he already did that.
No, where he's on there every week and shit.
Oh. Well, he has done some goofy stuff, but nonetheless, I've seen where he's just rolling down the ramp like a cartoon character. Like, did you see that clip?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like he, you know how Vince was out there every week and shit. Yeah. He won't. Tony Khan will never run shit like that. But you won't see that motherfucker every week out there coming out there and taking over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could also tell like Vince wanted to be part of the boys. You could tell because he was always out there every week.
But see,
he wanted.
I think if Tony Khan did that fucking and he wrote himself in, I think the ratings would go up.
Honestly, like I think that would happen too if the ratings would go up. If he wrote himself in like this freaking
Yeah,
cowardly, freaking spineless heel, I think the ratings would go up.
but he always like I said, he always said, "I'll never write myself in like that." He said, "I'll never become like an on air personality where I'm on there all." He said, "I'm not gonna write myself in." He's like, "No." He said, "I'll never do that." He's like, "You barely be lucky to see me a handful of times ever." That's what
You know, he
said.
should be he should be a on-air personality. The first thing I look at him is like, okay, that would scare children. Every time I look at him, that I always think that would fucking scare children.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
like
He looks.
I thought about making a
I think
meme.
my theory is that fucker's on coke. He's coked
He is
out.
on coke. I can see him. Like he's always hyper about something.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's high on cocaine, dude. I think.
Yeah, but you're gonna like this. They're like I always like thought about making a meme. Like it's just meme. If you ever want to scare your children, use this photo. It's just a picture of Tony Khan's face, and he's just smiling and shit.
See, that's the one thing is if he wrote himself in, and then he wrote his dad into the script too. Oh fuck, man! You imagine that shit?
I would actually, if I was the head creative writer and he was doing that, I'd write his dad belting him in the middle of the ring in
That's what
front
I'm
of
saying,
everybody.
dude. I'm saying, dude, if you wrote them both fucking in, and they were in there all the time, like, dude, fucking people would tune in. You know they would.
I just, like this dad just scolding him, just being annoyed until he beats the shit out of him.
The ending is them two of them. You write it and have a match against each other.
That would actually sell.
Yeah, dude, they have a pay per view, right? That's like the build up is eventually they have a pay per view match.
You know, like
That's
I
what
think
I
that
would
should
do.
happen.
That's what I would
Yeah,
do.
yeah. You know, the match would be as goofy as hell, but it's gonna be entertaining. Like what? Right.
People would be watching.
Mm.
People
Like
would be.
I hope they hire producers just trying to make that makes Tony Khan look like a belligerent fool. It's just his dad chasing him around the ring.
Well,
Then you see like a
his dad would have to beat him at the end.
yeah, yeah. But in the middle of the match, Tony Khan finds the crack and he just starts sniffing it and gets the offense. And that would oh my god, that would be freaking
That's what
ratings.
that's what I'm saying, dude. He has the shit that would get more people watching, but he just won't do it. Like if you wrote him
Yeah.
and your dad and the motherfucker, and fuck everybody, your ratings would go to 3 million, no problem.
Yeah, I would. I hope that happens. Honestly, that's gonna be the thing that would save it. And I would be happy too because, like, yep, that Warner Brothers deal is gonna go through all right.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get a new deal, dude.
Yeah, and honestly, like their metrics haven't been good at all. Like they just have not.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and if Tony Khan pulls it off with the storyline with the dad in a more better way, it's gonna be good. I hope they do this crack sniffing angle too. That's like he just sniffs fucking shit and starts beating his dad up.
I
That
think,
should, oh,
I think they ride Jericho too much too, though.
well, honestly, I think Chris Jericho should just be kind of like the backstage guy. I think he's done his shit.
He's too old.
Yeah, I understand he's trying to help the company, but he's not really doing much for it.
Dude, you already used up Jericho, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You used him up in the beginning when you made him the champion and shit.
and honestly, like that started off good too. Like, but it didn't keep up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
honestly, in my opinion, like what would have kept the ratings up in AEW is not the whole faction warfare. but like Tony Khan fighting for power with Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? I think that should have been a storyline within it because
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes is
you
big.
could have did
AW is
something.
still
You could have did something like that with it.
yeah, because basically it's still Cody Rhodes' company. So like the fight over the president role would have been cool.
Yeah.
And so it's just I wish they did something with it, but they didn't. It's just
You know what I was gonna say too though? The shit they're doing with the Young Bucks, I like it, but they should have did that from the beginning.
yeah.
Oh, they're like, they're like the guys in charge and they're assholes. It's funny. I think it's funny, but you should have started out with them doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? And had the fucking crew they had at the beginning sucked, and they didn't do it like how they are now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Now I
Well,
like them as a bunch of fucking dinks. I think it's funny. Like I said, that I'm like, you guys are like fucking 5 years behind fucking what you guys should have been doing. But now I guess you're doing it now. Better late than never. You know what I mean?
yeah. But either way, I guess they're at least they're entertaining at some point. You got, but I hope AEW does well. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
ask you if anything else you want to say. You can say it now about
Uh,
like anything.
I'm gonna get out of here, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you, Minnesota.
All right, man.
All right. All right. That was Minnesota Vikings fan. Thanks for watching. Glad to have streamed. And I was talking to Minnesota. I hope this was a fun stream. I had fun. See you later. Bye bye. I don't know why I had to stand by thing there, but whatever.